Yes, a neutral wire is required from the main panel to have the double pole ground fault circuit interrupter breaker work properly, even if there are no 120 volt circuits run from the subpanel and the hot tub has no 120 volts loads. A ground fault circuit interrupter breaker compares the current flowing in the hot and neutral wires. If there is an imbalance indicating a possible ground fault, it trips to disconnect power. The neutral wire provides a return path for the current flowing in the hot wire. It creates a complete circuit necessary for the ground fault circuit interrupter to function properly and allows the ground fault circuit interrupter to detect ground faults by comparing the current in the hot and neutral wires. When installing the double pole ground fault circuit interrupter breaker in the subpanel, you will need to run the following wires. Firstly, 2 hot wires, labeled LON and L2, from the main panel to the subpanel. Secondly, 1 neutral wire from the main panel to the subpanel. And thirdly, 1 grounding wire from the main panel to the subpanel. The neutral wire must be the same size or larger than the hot wires. It is recommended to use a licensed electrician to ensure proper installation and compliance with electrical codes. For example, the National Electrical Code, or NEC, dictates certain requirements for hot tub installations and ground fault protection. Understanding the function of a ground fault circuit interrupter is paramount. It is designed to protect individuals from electrical shock by monitoring the current balance between the hot or ungrounded conductor and the neutral or grounded conductor. In a properly functioning circuit, the current returning through the neutral conductor should be virtually identical to the current flowing through the hot conductor. A ground fault circuit interrupter constantly monitors this balance. If a discrepancy of more than a few milliamps, typically 5 milliamps, is detected, the ground fault circuit interrupter will trip, interrupting the circuit and stopping the flow of electricity. This rapid interruption is crucial in preventing dangerous electrical shocks. The neutral wire serves as the return path for the electrical current. Without a proper neutral connection, the ground fault circuit interrupter cannot accurately measure the current balance and therefore cannot effectively detect ground faults. The ground fault circuit interrupter relies on a complete circuit consisting of the hot conductor, the load, and the neutral conductor to function correctly. Consider a scenario where a fault occurs within the hot tub equipment, such as a pump motor. If the motor winding insulation fails and comes into contact with the metal casing of the motor, the electrical current will attempt to find a path to ground. If a person were to touch the metal casing, they would provide that path to ground, resulting in an electrical shock. However, with a properly functioning ground fault circuit interrupter and a correctly installed neutral wire, the ground fault circuit interrupter would detect the imbalance in current flow and trip, disconnecting the power before a dangerous shock could occur. The absence of 120 volts loads in the subpanel does not negate the requirement for a neutral wire. The ground fault circuit interrupter itself needs the neutral connection to operate and detect ground faults, regardless of the voltage levels of the connected equipment. The connection of the neutral wire is not solely for supplying 120 volt circuits, but rather for the fundamental operation of the ground fault circuit interrupter as a safety device. When installing the subpanel and the ground fault circuit interrupter, it is essential to follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations. The National Electrical Code provides specific guidelines for wiring subpanels, grounding requirements, and ground fault protection. It is crucial to adhere to these codes to ensure the safety and proper functioning of the electrical system. The grounding wire, also known as the equipment grounding conductor, provides an alternative path for fault current to return to the source, helping to trip the overcurrent protection device, such as a circuit breaker or fuse, in the event of a ground fault. The grounding wire is typically connected to the metal enclosure of the electrical equipment and to the grounding electrode system, which consists of ground rods, ground plates, or other approved grounding methods. The size of the neutral wire must be adequate to carry the anticipated neutral current. In most cases, the neutral wire is required to be the same size as the hot wires. However, in certain situations, such as when dealing with nonlinear loads that generate harmonic currents, the neutral wire may need to be upsized to handle the increased current load. Nonlinear loads are electronic devices that draw current impulses rather than a smooth sinusoidal waveform. These devices, such as computers, electronic ballasts, and variable frequency drives, can generate harmonic currents that flow in the neutral conductor. Harmonic currents can overload the neutral conductor and cause overheating, so it is important to consider the potential for harmonic currents when sizing the neutral wire. The use of a licensed electrician is highly recommended for any electrical work, especially when dealing with sensitive safety devices like ground fault circuit interrupters and complex wiring configurations like subpanels. A qualified electrician has the knowledge, skills, and experience to ensure that the electrical installation is performed safely and correctly in accordance with all applicable codes and regulations. Electrical work can be dangerous, and improper installation can lead to electrical shocks, fires, and other hazards. Therefore, it is always best to leave electrical work to the professionals. Furthermore, a licensed electrician can provide valuable guidance and advice on selecting the appropriate electrical equipment, designing the electrical system, and troubleshooting any electrical problems that may arise. When selecting a ground fault circuit interrupter for a hot tub installation, it is important to choose a device that is specifically designed for that purpose. Hot tub ground fault circuit interrupters are typically rated for higher amperage and are designed to withstand the harsh environmental conditions associated with hot tub use, such as moisture and temperature fluctuations. It is also important to ensure that the ground fault circuit interrupter is properly listed and labeled by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories, ORL, to ensure that it meets safety standards. The installation of a hot tub typically involves several electrical connections, including the power supply, the bonding of metal components, and the connection of control wiring. It is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully when making these connections. The power supply wiring must be properly sized and installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. All metal components of the hot tub, such as the pump motor, the heater, and the metal frame, must be properly bonded together and connected to the grounding system to provide a low impedance path for fault current. Control wiring must be installed in a separate conduit or raceway from the power supply wiring to prevent electrical interference. In addition to the ground fault circuit interrupter, other safety features may be required for a hot tub installation, such as a safety cover, a lockable disconnect switch, and proper signage. A safety cover helps to prevent accidental entry into the hot tub when it is not in use. A lockable disconnect switch allows the power to the hot tub to be easily shut off for maintenance or emergency purposes. Proper signage warns users of potential hazards associated with hot tub use, such as the risk of drowning, overheating, and electrical shock. Electrical codes are constantly evolving to address new technologies and safety concerns. It is important to stay up to date on the latest code requirements to ensure that electrical installations are safe and compliant. Many jurisdictions require electrical inspections to verify that electrical work is performed in accordance with the applicable codes. An electrical inspection can help to identify any potential problems and ensure that the electrical system is safe and properly functioning. When planning an electrical installation, it is important to consider the long-term needs of the electrical system. It may be necessary to install additional circuits or upgrade the electrical service to accommodate future electrical loads. It is also important to consider energy efficiency when selecting electrical equipment and designing the electrical system. Energy-efficient appliances and lighting can help to reduce energy consumption and lower utility bills. The proper installation and maintenance of electrical systems are essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical power. Regular inspections and maintenance can help to identify and correct potential problems before they lead to electrical hazards or equipment failures. It is important to use qualified electricians for all electrical work and to follow all applicable codes and regulations. Understanding the principles of electrical safety and the function of safety devices like ground fault circuit interrupters is crucial for preventing electrical accidents and ensuring the well-being of individuals. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility, and everyone should be aware of the potential hazards associated with electricity and take steps to protect themselves and others.